Justin Timberlake arrested on DWI charges in the Hampton. He was arrested and arraigned on charges of driving while intoxicated in the Hamptons, and his hearing is scheduled for July. Nobody was hurt, a source tells People about the musician, who was taken into custody by the Sag Harbor Police Department on Tuesday, June 18. After being taken into custody, Justin Timberlake was detained overnight on Long Island. There was no one injured, a source has informed us. He will be arraigned in about an hour. One count of driving while intoxicated will be brought against the artist, in addition to 2 citations, one for skipping a stop sign and the other for failing to stay in the lane. Long Island, New York is the location where Justin Timberlake was taken into custody for driving while under the influence of alcohol or drugs. The musician was taken into custody by the Sag Harbor Police Department on the morning of June 18, according to a spokeswoman of the department who spoke with People from Sag Harbor. A spokesperson for Timberlake has been contacted by the media to obtain a statement. According to a source, the 43-year-old hitmaker of Selfish was taken into custody on allegations of driving while intoxicated after spending time with friends at the American Hotel in Sag Harbor. Following his departure from the establishment to travel to the residence of his companion, he was stopped. According to the source, no one else was hurt. He will be arraigned in about an hour. Timberlake will be charged with 1 count of driving while intoxicated and will also receive 2 penalties, one for running a stop sign and the other for failing to stay in the lane, according to the police. Following his arrest for driving under the influence of alcohol, Justin Timberlake was made to appear in court while handcuffed. A lawyer named Ed Burke is seen accompanying Justin Timberlake as he exits a police station in the Hamptons. There was a statement issued by the police later on Tuesday. The Texas tour stop of Justin Timberlake has been halted to assist a fan who needs assistance. House lights up. To promote his most recent album, Everything I Thought It Was, which was released on March 15, Timberlake is presently on tour. Ahead of the album's release in the spring, the singer, known for Sanctified, gave sneak peeks of its tunes during appearances on Saturday Night Live and Tiny Desk on National Public Radio. The next stop on his Forget Tomorrow World Tour, which is Timberlake's first tour in 5 years, is planned to take place at the United Center in Chicago on June 21 and 22, followed by a performance at Madison Square Garden in New York City on June 25 and 26. This week, a performer of Mirrors was in New York for a short vacation after he visited Miami, which took place on Saturday, June 15. At 12:37 in the morning on June 18, 2024, Justin R. Timberlake, age 43, of Tennessee, was observed driving a 2025 BMW southbound on Madison Street. He failed to stop at a stop sign that was properly displayed, and he failed to maintain his lane of travel. An officer from the Sag Harbor Village Police Department began a traffic stop, and after conducting an investigation, it was discovered that Mr. Timberlake was operating his vehicle while under the influence of alcohol or drugs, as stated in the document. After being placed under arrest, Mr. Timberlake was processed and held overnight in preparation for his arraignment in the morning. During the arraignment that took place on June 18, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. at the Sag Harbor Village Justice Court, Mr. Timberlake was freed on his recognizance for the charges that he was facing. The artist, known for his hit song No Angels, is scheduled to return to court on July 26 for a hearing, which will follow his arraignment. At the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, British Columbia, on April 29, 2024, Justin Timberlake performs onstage as part of his The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Until July 9, Justin Timberlake will continue his tour dates in the United States. After that, he will take the show overseas for a lengthy run in Europe that will go throughout the remainder of the summer and into the fall. After that, the Grammy winner will make a return to North America for additional performances, beginning on October 7 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Every show is expected to conclude by the 20th of December. On Sunday, Timberlake commemorated Father's Day by posting a touching message on Instagram to his 2 sons, Silas, who is 9 years old, and Phineas, who is 3.5 years old, which he has with his wife, Jessica Biel. In addition to expressing gratitude to the boys for giving me my biggest purpose, he referred to them as his 2 greatest gifts. I learn more about myself every day just because you both chose me to be your daddy, Timberlake stated in his letter. I will always be there for you through the highs and lows of your life, to encourage you and demonstrate to you how far you can go in this life and to pick you up when you fall. And of course, to bombard you with annoying jokes about your father throughout the entire journey. Adding, I love you both so much, he continued. Before being pulled over, failing field sobriety tests, and being detained on suspicion of driving under the influence of alcohol early on Tuesday morning in the wealthy Hamptons neighborhood of Long Island, Justin Timberlake allegedly stated that he had only consumed 1 martini before the incident. Timberlake, who was named as a resident of Franklin, Tennessee, who is 43 years old in the criminal complaint, was arraigned and freed without having to post bond approximately 9 hours after he was arrested, according to the police. He entered a plea of not guilty and was given an order to appear in court on July 26, according to the officials. "I look forward to vigorously defending Mr. Timberlake on these allegations," his attorney, Edward Burke Jr., said in a statement that was released on Wednesday. "For the proper time, I will have a lot to say. However, for the moment, I am waiting for the district attorney's office to make their full discovery." However, after speaking with Timberlake, the police stated that it became evident that he was not in a condition to drive, as stated in the complaint that was made by Sag Harbor Village Police Officer Michael Arkinson. The investigation team ascertained that the defendant was operating said vehicle in an intoxicated condition, in that his eyes were bloodshot and glassy. A strong odor of an alcoholic beverage was emanating from his breath. He was unable to divide attention, he had slowed speech, he was unsteady of foot, and he performed poorly on all standardized field sobriety tests, Atkinson stated in his testimony. According to the article, Timberlake had difficulty walking completely from heel to toe and standing on one foot, without swaying or using his arms to maintain his balance. The statement made by Timberlake was cited by the officer as follows: "I had one martini and I followed my friends home." The police also claimed that he refused to be tested for impairment, stating that he informed them, "No, I'm not doing a chemical test." These allegations were made by the police. Danny Cevallos, a legal commentator for NBC News, makes the following statement: "A refusal can be introduced at trial to establish conscious evidence of guilt. If driving privileges are revoked, this event serves as the predicate." Exactly one day before his arrest, Timberlake's wife, the actress Jessica Biel, raved about him as the rock of their family and promised to keep him eternally grounded and warm. Timberlake was arrested the next day. The criticism that Timberlake has received from supporters of his ex-girlfriend Britney Spears stands in stark contrast to the support that Biel has shown for Timberlake. Timberlake, who became famous as a member of the musical group NSYNC, was not presented in a favorable light in Spears' memoir, The Woman in Me, which was published in the previous year. From 1999 until 2002, the couple dated. They had first met when they were children on the set of the Mickey Mouse Club. After she became pregnant by Timberlake, Spears wrote that she had an abortion, and she accused him of cheating on her a couple of times. Spears also claimed that she had an abortion. In January, Spears expressed her regret on social media for the fact that her memoir had caused anyone to feel offended, and she praised Timberlake for his most recent hit. A few days later, while performing in New York City, Timberlake sparked yet another round of backlash on the internet by stating that he would like to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your support helps keep the content coming.